What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I've been saying I was gonna do a postpartum freaking video for the longest, and I've never done it. Well, I have not done it yet. That's Malaya. She's here with me as usual. I don't know, she's just been growling. She heard the dog do it, now she just growls. But I wanted to give a postpartum update. I know I did one, I think around like 1 month when she was younger. I don't know, it was kind of similar to a mental health video, but yeah, I did want to do a mental health video since she is 5 months. I'm 5 months postpartum, and y'all, I don't know where to really start. I'm just gonna it might feel like I'm like jumping around everywhere, but I'm just gonna speak from whatever I've went through or whatever I go through. So if I look whatever I threw my hoops in so I can look somewhat presentable, because today has been a pretty long day and I am over it. To be honest, I'm completely over today. So let's see, where do I start? I guess when it comes to like your mental, baby, I guess when it comes to my mental health, I would say I did like go through postpartum depression heavy. Okay, heavy. I'm telling you that now. And Lele, I love that you're very like outspoken, but please. Anyway, I did go through postpartum depression, and I also went through depression prior to even being pregnant. So there was a lot of things. Let me get her situated. Okay, I might still be able to hear her, but she's like in her bouncer just. Okay, anyway, like I said, I did go through postpartum depression, and I also went through depression as a teenager. So I knew when I had a child, I was like, I really don't want to go. I pray that I don't go through postpartum depression, but I did. I most definitely did. And I also went through a depression of, it's like, this girl is so loud. Anyway, I also went through, what's it called? Okay, they call it perinatal depression. And I suffered from that early on in my pregnancy, and I didn't think it was perinatal depression. I didn't even think it was a name for it until I started doing like my own research, trying to figure out like, why am I so freaking sad and thinking these thoughts that I don't want to think, or I don't want to feel these type of ways. And it doesn't help when there's things going on in your personal life or in your relationship, which makes it even more like drastic for your mental. And when I say that, I'm not gonna get completely into it, but of course when you're pregnant, your emotions are everywhere. So of course I was feeling like I'm fat, I'm huge, I'm just going through the freaking most. And I had the situations with the females going on that kept like DMing me about bull crap, that wanted to fight me and giving me like threats towards my child, that I was like, I got you when I had this baby. It was so many different things and emotions I was going on. So I'm like, am I depressed, or is it just bottled up emotions that I can't really let out because I am pregnant and I am trying to think about the health of my child, because my child comes first over any and everybody. So it was perinatal depression. And when I tried to talk to my boyfriend about my depression and like the thoughts I was having, or talk to my mom about it, they didn't want to hear it. And here's my advice to you. If you are someone that's going through depression while pregnant, it's very important to have people around you that you can speak to, and people that you can depend on, and actually they'll listen and not just be like, okay, well, I don't want to hear that, we don't claim that. Like, you know what I mean? Have a very good support system. I'm not saying I didn't have a good support system. I'm saying if I'm feeling this way, I need you to listen. I need you to hear me out. I need you to understand where I'm coming from, not shut me down so I can go back into my thoughts. You know what I mean? So I went through perinatal depression. I went through thoughts of, if I didn't feel my daughter moving for a little bit, I'm pretty sure a lot of females go through that. If I didn't feel her moving, I would think something's wrong. And if I couldn't find the heartbeat or where she was positioned, because she would just be positioned any type of way, I would freak out and want to go to the hospital. And I've never been the type of person to like hospitals or even want to just be there all the time, because I didn't want doctors getting tired of me. But But yeah, there was that. So my mental messes with me 24/7, even not being pregnant, but it's worse now because I have postpartum depression. So it was that, and I'm trying to like get everything out that happened before, well, while I was pregnant. So it was that, those type of thoughts of like, what if I can't like give my child everything that she deserves, like those thoughts. Even though she has everything she needs, your mind messes with you, and like having those extra emotions don't make it no freaking better. Okay, so I was having all that. When it came up to the time of me about to give birth, I had kind of similar emotions. I felt like I don't know why I felt like this, but I was like, I feel like Malaya doesn't love me because she doesn't want to come out. Like, does she not want to meet me? Why was I thinking like this? I don't freaking know. But again, it's like mentally, that's what was going on. These are thoughts that was going on in my own head. So if you ever feel that type of way, or you ever have those type of thoughts, trust me, you're not freaking alone. Or I've even heard people that don't have a connection with their baby as soon as the baby is born, or even while they're in the womb still. And thankfully I didn't go through that, but I did go through thinking that my child didn't love me because she didn't want to come out during her freaking like due date. So there's that. So I had my child, and sadly I had to have a freaking C-section because my, what was it? My uterus? Not my uterus. I forgot. I forgot. But it swelled up because they had me push at 8. So I had to have a freaking C-section. Did that make me feel any good? No, not at the moment, because after the moment happened, I was thinking about like, I'm gonna have this scar. It's gonna be even harder for me to lose this baby weight because you can't work out as quickly as you can after having like a natural birth. So I'm like, I'm gonna be fat and I'm gonna be in pain. Again, thoughts. So of course, having a C-section, you're in a lot more pain. You're taking your time more. And it was frustrating because I don't know what it is about guys. I see it all over the freaking internet. They don't wake up. Why don't y'all wake up? Men don't wake up. Y'all don't hear the baby crying. So it was harder on me when I have this scar and I have to get up, and now I'm crying, I'm frustrated, and I'm looking at my body every day in the mirror, and I'm like, I don't like what I see. I'm not used to this freaking body. I'm used to my gym body that I worked for. That's what I'm used to, and I don't see that. And it's reflecting in how I treat my boyfriend and how I feel towards my child, or how I feel towards myself. That's how I felt about like my body. And even to this day, looking back at pictures I took when I was like a month postpartum to now, is my stomach a lot flatter? Yeah, but you do have that little part from when you had a C-section that's still freaking there, and it's irritating. It's the hardest part to get rid of. So of course I'll be like, you know, I feel some type of way about it, and I'll hate like my own body. Like, you birthed a whole human being. You birthed a whole human being. So there's that. When it comes to, I don't know, like, your mind plays a lot in a lot of different things. Like, your freaking mind, well, at least with mine, my mind plays a lot of tricks on me, because now that we're transitioning Malaya into her room, we do these methods, and I'm not big on the let it cry it out method. I feel like you know, they didn't ask to be here, we should just put them to sleep. But my boyfriend, he doesn't care. Like it is what it is. She's gonna cry, she's gonna cry. And I told him there's a certain time that we'll let her cry, and if she doesn't have crying, I'm grabbing my child. And for the first couple days, even still now, even though it's been like 5 days since we've been doing it, and she's been sleeping really well. She's a lot calmer, and she can like entertain herself a lot better than having me in her face or picking her up every second. Like, okay, I get that from a dad's point of view, but from my point of view, I'm mommy. Like, I'm gonna want to take care of my child, every little cry that she has. So it's my mom. I'm gonna call her back. So when we had her cry in a room, probably like the first night, I didn't have the camera at the time, so it was really bugging me. And the thought in my head was, first of all, I cried myself to sleep. I cried, honestly. Let's just be freaking real. And because her cry breaks my heart. I don't care what type of cry it is, a pain cry, a cry of whatever. Especially when you can't see her because she's in another room. It breaks your heart. So my mind started playing tricks on me. Like, what if God thinks I'm not appreciative or taking care of the blessing that he blessed me with and takes her from me? As a Christian, God is not a mean God. He's not like, he's not an angry, like, he's not mean. He's not a freaking, just an angry person or spirit. Okay, so that's what I had to tell myself, because, you know, the enemy knows your weakest points. He does. Like, let's just be freaking real. So he uses it against you, especially at the wrong time. Everything hits me at night, especially now that I have a baby. Everything hit me at night prior to having a kid, but having a baby, you think about the worst of the worst freaking things. What's gonna happen when I die? Like, my child's gonna be alone. She don't have no freaking siblings. Like, is she gonna be close to her cousins? Like, there's thoughts that come into your mind, and I hate that. And that's what I'm struggling with every freaking day. Getting a job after having a baby, hardest thing, because no, you don't want to leave your child, because one, daycares, not every daycare, but the daycares, I don't trust any daycare. And I'm not about to put my child in a situation that could have been prevented if I would have just kept her close. And I told Edward this a whole bunch of times, where he tells me like I should share her more for people to experience that same bond. And for me, it's like, why do you need that same? That's like the same thing I do to my child or for my child. Why do you feel like you should do? Or why do you feel the need that you need to do it? You know what I mean? I can't really explain it. But when I would tell him, it's just like, everybody don't need to watch her. If I can watch my baby, I'm going to watch my kid. Because God forbid something happens to my child, she can't tell me somebody touched her. Like I said, God forbid, because like, for real. But she can't tell me if somebody made her feel uncomfortable. And I don't want that on me. Like, I could have prevented it if I would have kept my child with me. So it's been a while for me working, because I didn't want to leave her. Of course, his mom was able to help, and I could have worked for his mom and stuff. But it's things that I'm personally it's not my calling, and I don't enjoy it, and I never wanted to do something that I don't enjoy, or, you know, I'm not passionate about. So trying to find a work from home job, hardest thing ever. I don't care who tells you it's not hard, it's very hard. I applied for like 100 different jobs and denied. So I don't know, but I would prefer to be home with my child. I would, because I don't want to miss out on moments. And I talked to my therapist. The main reason I got a therapist was a situation that happened with me and my boyfriend. And of course, postpartum things, I need somebody to talk to outside of my boyfriend and my mom. Because sometimes it can be biased. And again, I just need you to listen and then give me feedback. Not cut me off and say, we don't claim that, or I don't want to hear that. Or get mad because of what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So I did get a therapist, and she's been great. I love my therapist so freaking much. And the fact that she does have kids, so she does know what I'm talking about. She does know how I feel, but she's also from, like, she's not giving biased opinions, so, or whatever. But she also did enlighten me and tell me, you're not going to get to see every moment. You're going to miss something. Whether they're a baby, whether they're 7, whether they're 16, you're going to miss something, or you're going to feel like you don't want to miss anything. But you have to keep going. Your life doesn't stop because you're a mom. You have to remember, you weren't born Kayla the mom. This is what she told me. You were born Kayla. You have to put you first, and you have to know that if you miss something, you're doing it out of the best interest of your child, if that makes sense. Because I was telling her what I wanted to do, and that's going to require me not being there. And like, what if I miss her first steps? What if I miss her saying her first word? And Edward sucks at recording. He sucks. Like, take the moment, picture, like, record the moment. He sucks at it. I don't know why he, like, doesn't do that. So of course I will feel guilty if I miss something. I don't care if she is going to do it again. It's not the same as catching it the first time. But some people may say, oh, you're overreacting, you're doing too much. And some people may understand where I'm coming from. Again, we're not the same parent. We're not the same person. We don't have the same mental. We don't have the same emotions. So that's completely understandable if somebody doesn't understand where I'm coming from. But I don't know. So mentally, that's where I'm at with everything. Of course, when it comes to trying to find a job, a home job, it gets depressing because who doesn't want their own income? Who doesn't? Like, I like to shop. I like Target. When I'm sad, I take my black self straight to Target. So it's hard. I go through depression so much. I've been trying to find myself again and you know, take those self-care moments. But even still, like, it does get frustrating, or I don't know, it gets irritating sometimes when it feels like I'm doing everything, even though Edward would be like, well, you said bath time is your time. I get that, but when it comes to like house stuff, like, I don't want to have to tell you to help, you know what I mean? So I feel like I'm doing everything in the house. I get you, he's the only one that works, but it's like, I don't have a moment. Like, when I was to get my feet done, I had to take my child. Did I care to take her? No, but I wanted that moment. And even still, whenever we watch her while I take a shower or something, she's screaming. So I don't even have a moment. So now that we're trying to put her in bedtime, and bedtime is 8:30, 9 o'clock, I kind of get those moments, but there's times where I'm just overwhelmed and I'm frustrated. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just need a moment. I just need some time, take to my freaking self. But you don't get that really as a mom. Let's just be real. Dads get a lot more free time than a mom does. A hands-on mom. Or, I mean, some dads probably out there are like in the mom role. But it's very important to get those times alone, by yourself, away from them, away from the boyfriend, away from the baby, and just take that time for yourself. And I'm trying to find that now, that time to do for me, to find Kayla again. And like I told my therapist, she asked me something a couple days ago, and I was just telling her, like, if I could tell anybody anything, I would tell them to continue to date yourself. No matter if you have a baby, if you're in a relationship, never stop dating yourself. And that's what happened to me. And that's probably why I'm struggling so much mentally and with postpartum depression, because I lost myself completely when I got pregnant and when stuff happened. So yeah, on top of me going through postpartum, I'm going through anger. I'm very angry, and I look at my child every time and be like, you know, you're the only reason I ain't take action and beat them up. Yeah, you're the only reason. If she wasn't here, I would have took action a long time ago. But you gotta think, like, is it worth it? At the end of the day, you're gonna fight them. You're gonna, like, you know, do whatever you're gonna do in that fight, and then what? You're either gonna be locked up because they're gonna press charges because they lost, or you're gonna have a couple scratches. Like, you don't win if you get revenge or whatever the case may be. So with that being said, I don't know where I went with this postpartum update, but the postpartum update, that's it. That's the postpartum update. That's how I'm going. That's how I'm feeling. I'm trying to get back to my pre-baby weight. Is it harder? Yes. And I have stretch marks. And I have stretch marks. So I'm not really pressed about the stretch marks. I just want to lose the stomach. And it's not even that big. If I showed y'all, it's not that big. But I'm not, like, I salute every woman out there that can show their postpartum body. I salute y'all. But me, on the other hand, me, oh no, baby, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, with that being said, I'm just gonna close out this video. I was everywhere with this video, but that's my postpartum update. That's how I feel. That's how I felt. That's how I go through every freaking day. And yeah, my thing, the last thing I'm gonna say is, if you are pregnant and you are expecting, make sure you just have a support system. Don't lose sight of yourself. Continue to date yourself. If the father is or isn't around, if he isn't around, F him. It is what it is. You're gonna do great. You're gonna have a great pregnancy. Don't let this story, my story, scare you, because everyone goes through something different. Okay, everyone goes through their postpartum journey differently, or whatever. So yeah, do I want more kids? Who knows? Because y'all, bedtime, oh, that's another thing. There's not a stage that's easier than the other. It's not. I don't care what nobody tells you. Newborn stage is hard. When they hit 5 months, it's hard. When she get 1, it's gonna be hard. When she turn 2, terrible 2's hard. 6, hard. Everything gonna be hard, because every stage comes with something different. Newborn stage, they're up every couple hours because they're hungry. When they get 5 months, they want to make noise and they don't want to really sleep and all that stuff. So you're going through that stage, and they're touching everything. Don't have your plate too close, because she's, at least with Malaya, she if it's in her reach, she's gonna grab it. So no stage is easier than the other. So don't ever let somebody tell you that, because it's a freaking lie. It's a lie. It's the biggest lie on earth. Anybody can ever tell you that newborn stage is easy. Oh, 5 months was so easy. No, it's not. Every baby different, first of all. Let's just go there. So just enjoy your kids. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Enjoy your kids. Enjoy every moment. Try to capture every moment. Picture, video. Enjoy the moment. Yes, it's hard. Is parenting hard? Yes. Yes, I don't care how much money you got. Parenting is hard on you mentally and emotionally. Don't let them tell you otherwise. But it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing watching them grow up and learn new things and learn new sounds with her gurring, but she's copying the dang dog. Like, it's beautiful watching her smile when Elmo comes on. It's a beautiful moment. But it's also tiring when you're tired, especially if you're the only one taking care of your kid and you're a single parent mom and you're managing the household and a baby and you're working. I salute every woman out there, whether you're married, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single. I salute. Most definitely, it's hard. And it does sometimes take a village, but sometimes you don't want a village. Let's just be real. Sometimes you want to be your own dang village. Okay? But I'm going to end the video here. I feel like I let out what I needed to say. Ooh. I feel like I let out what I need to say. So, that being said, she's about to cry. So I'm ending it on time. Oh, man, she's constipated. She is really constipated. Like, yeah. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope this was enlightened y'all, or like all that stuff. And if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and watch my vlogs. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Oh, little chunky dog. He's so chunky. Okay. You are. Y'all see how chunky she getting now? Ooh, them legs.